Hi, my name is Chris, and I just wanted to do a quick video before I left the house, just to talk about my stuttering and like what I've gone through. Ever since I was a child, I've stuttered. I mean, since I was able to talk, I stuttered so bad, and it was that and a combination of I was super tall for my age, super tall, like 5'6" in like the fourth grade. And I was really dark too. And at the time, I went to a majority white school, and the black kids that did go there, they were all light in complexion, and so it was a combination of that, and you're too dark, and I had acne too, so it was always a combination of you're tall, you're too dark, and you stutter with acne. And I mean, it was traumatizing in a way, and it really hurt me bad, and it even followed me up until my adult life. When I was in college, I will never forget, I was doing a presentation that I did for my class, and literally so I had orchestrated the whole thing, right? So I was doing the majority of the talking, since I had the majority of the presentation. And so I'm up there and I'm talking and I'm nervous. And of course, anyone who stutters knows that if ever you're just above this chill line, if ever you're too excited or you're too nervous or you're too angry, it heightens the intensity of your stutter more. So I was nervous, so nervous, and I was just doing the best that I could with what I had, and people were laughing at me. I mean, they were laughing at me to the point of, when I got done, I could not stop crying. And for those of you who don't know, like, unless you've stuttered and unless you've been exposed to the cruelty of people, especially when you're a child who don't understand that you stutter, it's easy to get in your feelings, and no one knows what it feels like to not even want to be able to go to a drive-thru and not order your food because your stutter is so bad, or not want to pick up the phone. Whenever I've had jobs, when I'm on the phone, it heightens 10 times worse because I'm nervous. So I've always shied away from answering the phone, even with jobs that I've had. And so it's just, when I was giving the presentation, it was literally like, I'm grown, and these people are laughing at me because I can't express myself in the way I want to, and it was very hard for me. And I remember I just sat there in class and I cried because I literally could not help how I felt. Like, they literally belittled me to when I was a child, until when I was being made fun of because I couldn't speak, and they're ignorant because they don't know. They don't know how their reaction would make you feel. So I recently had a breakthrough. I went to an entrepreneurial institute, and I was forced to give a business pitch. And I was going against people who were in law, people who worked for the government, people who had their own business, and inventors and everything. And I think I was one of the youngest there too, and I got in first place. And that was a great feeling for me. And I've always loved business. I've always had a business mind. I've always loved everything it entailed. And for the most part, I would just settle for being the one who put things together, because I know that presenting and marketing and speaking was not my thing, but I had to speak, and it got me out of that mindset to where I felt like I couldn't do much. And so I just want to encourage you, if you stutter, it is okay. God made you the way you are. You just same way how you can't control if you're white, if you're black, if you're Asian, or if you're Mexican. You have no say in what you're born as. You have no say in how the Lord makes you, but I will tell you this, the Lord makes no mistakes. And so even with my stuttering, it all starts with confidence. This is with anything. It's mind over matter with anything and everything. If you set your mind and condition your mind to believe that you're beautiful and you're perfect the way you are, you will be successful in whatever you do. Even when Moses, when he was trying to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, he even said himself that he was slow of speech and that he had a hard time. And so if he can lead over, it's either 40 or 400,000 people out of slavery with his condition, then you can do things too, amazing things. Don't let that hold you back. All you have to do is slow down and take your time. And it really helps if you enunciate your words. So so there are certain words that you might have to, chop up a bit just so that you can get your words out. But so be it. And I mean, and I know when people hate when people say this, but truly people have it worse. I mean, not being able to speak the right way and stuttering. I mean, yes, it's hard. Trust me, I've lived with it. I live with it now. It's not something that I've outgrown. It's something that I'm trying to consciously make an effort to stop and to try to slow down as much as I can. But it's not the end of the world. People deal with way worse, Just know that you have a light within you and that you're beautiful the way that you are. And you can do anything that you set your mind to. It is okay. Cry about it if you need to. Pray about it if you need to. But just know at the end of the day, the Lord made you the way He did. And He makes no mistakes at all. And so I just wanted to encourage you if you dealt with stuttering. Oh, and one thing that helped me too, I got this app. Yeah, it's an app called Speech Easy. And this is, and don't think that I'm endorsing them at all. Like I'd have no ties to them at all. But it helped me. It's like $20. And I downloaded it when I was doing the presentation for the investors. And I just had a Bluetooth, like my ear was curled and it was big. So I just put a Bluetooth there. And basically with that, they say that if you read and someone else is reading beside you, and if you stutter, then you'll stop. Because hearing other people talk while you talk or read the exact same thing that you read, it stops your stuttering. Which I found to be very interesting and true, because when I tried the app, what it does is that it kind of mimics what you say through vibrations and patterns. So when I was talking, it would literally force me, my speech at a 100, it dropped to it helped 70% of the way. It took away 70% of my speech impediment, and the more I used it, the more I didn't need it. I literally used it for that weekend, and I haven't used it since. And it's not like my speech is great now because I've stuttered throughout this whole thing, but it has helped. So there's hope, but don't get reliant on things like that. Everything, like I said, is mind over matter. So if you think that you're less than, you are. If you think that you're beautiful the way that you are, you are. So I just want to encourage you. It's okay. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day. It was very nice to talk to you. And I will see you soon. Bye.